Good morning, everybody. It's a great day here in Idaho, November. It's nice and cool, crisp mornings. A lot of our hunting seasons are over. Some of them are still ongoing, but kind of took a hiatus from videos. It's been hunting season. I've been out in the hills a bunch. But today I want to make a video for you on pack boxes. How I rig my pack boxes and how I hang them from my saddles. So stick with me today and we'll go through a bunch of the details. So there's a lot of ways to do this. Some people just hang their boxes on with a basket hitch. If that works for you, that's great. Do whatever works, but I'm going to show you what works for me. I use Decker hooks on my boxes. It's a brass hook that will hook over the bars. And if you'll remember, if you look at my other video up here on how I do my Deckers, I like to have a modified Decker. The bars are modified, or if it's a standard regular bar, I'll weld some knobs on them so I have places to hang my hooks and other bags that I put on them. But I do mine a little different than everybody probably does. A lot of people will take this Decker hook and they'll just snug it right up here tight. They pretty much have to do that if they're going to hang the box from the side of the bar closest to the box. It'll make more sense when I show you when I hang it on the mule. But I make mine out longer and I hang this hook on the opposite side on the bar that the box is going to hang from. I'll explain that to you when I get this put on the mule. It'll make a lot more sense. But we'll work on that here in just a minute. I'll get a mule saddled up and I'll show you a few things. But first I'm going to go through some things on boxes with you. All right, so one of the most important things for packing is you got to be even. Your weights have to be the same. And if they're not, if you're going for any amount of distance, if you got one side heavier than the other, it's going to cause you problems. You're going to be stopping to readjust or add weight or do whatever. So, you know, I've got a scale and I weigh all my loads, be it hay bales, boxes, or whatever I'm packing. I try to make it the same. Now, if it's elk quarters or deer quarters, well, we're going to just even up the quarters on each side and they're pretty much equal. But what I do is I've got a rope here that it's just a rope that's got a loop in it, just tied, and I'll just wrap it up around and run it down through, and then I'll just hang my scale on it just like this. And I have my scale hung and I can weigh my boxes. So let's weigh some boxes and see how we're doing weight-wise. Well, I'm getting ready to go on a trip into the backcountry. It's going to be a long one. It's going to be 22 miles. And I want my boxes and my loads to be the same. There's nothing worse than having to stop several times along the way to readjust your loads. And in some places, the trails are nasty. It's rocky, it's steep, it's cliffy. You really don't want to be stopping in some of those places. And you can pick things up and, you know, you can be pretty close within a few pounds, but that's not good enough for me. I want it to be the same. So let's weigh some boxes here and see what we got. Okay, my first box here is going to be 49 pounds. And I can tell just by lifting this that it's going to be heavier than this other box. So 49 pounds versus 42 pounds. So that's a difference of 7 pounds. So I need to take 3.5 pounds out of the one box and put it in the other box to make it even. So I'll do that, we'll get them evened up. All right, now that I've adjusted some of my gear, let's check it and see how we're doing. Just what we wanted, just a smidge over 45 pounds, so we should be even, ready to go. Okay, the next thing is I'll show you what I'm gonna do is when I put them on the mule. Okay, you've all met him already, but this is Dooley. He's the star of the show this morning. He's gonna be our specimen for packing here. So I'll take these boxes and show you how I put them on, and I'll explain what I was talking about, the lengths. Okay, our first box just pops up on there. These go behind the bars and hook. Instead of being super short and hanging on this side, you get a better angle when you do it this way. I'll zoom up here in just a minute. Okay, this one's going to pop up on there. Because of the twist on your decker hooks. This one goes through the bar and hooks in the front. Okay, so you can see the first one goes behind and hooks on this side. This one goes through and hooks on this side. The reason I like to rig my bars or my boxes this way is my straps are behind the bars. Usually where you run into problems is going down a steep hill. Those boxes will want to swing forward a little bit. Putting them behind the bars like I do, the boxes can't swing forward. And that seems to work really well for me. Like I said, everybody has their own way of doing it. A million different ways to skin a cat, and this one is the way that I've come to, that works for me the best. And I've packed from 1 mile to 30 miles in a day. And packing them this way, as long as my boxes are even, I don't have any problems. So stay tuned. On the next video, I'm going to show you how I put my top packs on and then how I rope everything down. Thanks for watching. You know the drill. Subscribe if you haven't, like if you do, share this video, whatever. It helps me out a bunch, doesn't cost you anything. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you on the next one.